Now is the fun part of the show. I am joined with the guys of Rust Belt Brigade. What's going on, guys?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We got a packed room tonight. Tell me, why don't you guys introduce yourselves for me and tell me about the band?
I'm Franco.
I'm Victor Castillo.
Brandon Mueckl.
I'm Trevor Jennings.
Alrighty,
Rust Belt Brigade.
so tell me about Rust Belt Brigade.
So we are like a punk influenced kind of folk Americana band. It started out as just me and Victor doing cajon and guitar. Kind of started out just wanting to do something simple. I didn't want to have to bring a drum set, and wanted to really just be able to play anywhere and everywhere, busking stuff and play live without having to compromise our sound. And then we ended up getting our good friend Jeremiah, who actually used to just come to our shows, and then he eventually kind of joined the stage on banjo, and then we ended up getting Brandon on bass.
I too stalked the band.
I do stock the band.
It worked out really great.
Well, that was always a conversation that me and Trevor had. We're like, if we're going to add anybody, they have to already be a fan of the music and want to be a part of the project. Like, we don't want to get someone that just plays the instrument that we need or want.
Absolutely. So I know you said you kind of like the idea of being able to play anywhere and everywhere and stay true to your sound. So tonight, I guess, are we getting the full Rust Belt Brigade sound?
Yeah, this is it.
100%.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good to hear. A lot of bands come in here and we either get like a stripped down version of their set and they're like, come see us live. So I guess it's nice to get the full experience from you guys. We have a jam-packed show. You guys have a lot to talk about tonight. You have some music out. You have a residency with Mr. Goodbar. Your music's on a podcast and you guys make your own CD. So I want to hear all about that. First, let's talk about, you do have a record out right now.
Yeah, it's called Rhythm and Roll. It's got 8 songs on it. It actually has 3 of our previous songs that we had in our first EP. One of them we revisited. We added some vocals from the guy who recorded us. His name's Jason Wright from On the Cinder. We recorded it at their DIY house in their attic. It was a great experience. So we revisited that, and then we added 4 new songs with Jeremiah on banjo. Unfortunately, Brandon wasn't in the band yet, so it's just the 3-piece. But that's on Spotify, iTunes, all these places I've never heard of. Deezer, I don't really know what that is, but it's on there. My Groove, it's a cool name, so it's on there. And it's got a lot of different songs and sounds on it. We all kind of wrote different parts to it. Jeremiah wrote a couple lines for a song. I wrote a couple lines. I wrote a song, and Victor wrote a lot of the songs too. We all kind of contributed a lot to it.
Absolutely. I know before the show we were kind of talking that you guys really do, as a full band, work on your music. You're writing a record currently, right?
Yeah, it's in the works. We're probably about 7 or 8 songs in. We want to have at least 16 recorded before we start cutting back and figuring out what we want and don't want on the record. Tentatively, the title is going to be Grasshopper, kind of telling the story about the band and how we all got together.
Awesome. So as far as the band's concerned, do you guys get to play together a lot?
Yeah, we have a space. We practice every week. We have that monthly residency at Goodbar, so every 3rd Wednesday we have a free show at 10 p.m. We're always, we're always there playing. They have drink specials and stuff. So that was honestly a great thing that they offered us that we just jumped on immediately.
Yeah, absolutely.
And next month we're actually playing. So the 3rd Wednesday of next month falls on the 16th, and we have Cooler joining us, which is going to be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. Cooler just played our last Localized takeover this past Friday. So it's cool to see you guys playing with Cooler.
We're very excited about that.
Absolutely. So Mr. Goodbar is obviously they're a sponsor of our show, and it's definitely a good environment for you guys. So do you feel like being able to play in kind of your acoustic environment, that's probably awesome at Goodbar?
Yeah, it's great. Especially that we play downstairs and it's just perfect. Not too loud, not too quiet. So we're not being overly abrasive, but yet we still kind of maintain that full sound, especially being a 4-piece. And we have Gabe from Ponder doing sound for us too, which is fun.
Oh, awesome. So I know you said you're playing a lot of shows in May. May's a packed month for you. You might be doing some touring this summer too? Yeah,
so the plan is May's kind of going to be our last month of doing shows in Buffalo. We have a show at Mohawk on the 24th, and then we have a show the 12th at Tudor Lounge, and then after that we're just going to start doing some weekends. We connected with a band called Troll 2 from Boston. We played a show with them in Rochester. We're hoping to play a show with them in Boston. We're in talks of that. Basically our plan is to, we've done a lot in Buffalo. We had our CD release show, which was really successful, and now we just want to spread out and then kind of start doing some weekends and eventually plan a full tour once we kind of figure out the spots we like to hit.
Absolutely. Awesome. Alrighty, well, I know you guys have some music for me tonight, so what's this first song you guys are going to play?
It's called Your Mind. Actually, Trevor, when he first joined the band, was just just a drummer. I'm just gonna drum. And I was like, all right. And he actually came to me this one night, and he had like probably like 25 to 30 lines, and just like
my
he had like
God.
a chorus idea and like an idea of the song that he kind of wanted to mimic it after, and I cut it down, and like literally in like probably 30 minutes we wrote the song and like had it like almost completely hammered out.
Awesome. Well, let's hear it. You are tuned into Localized here on Alternative Buffalo 107.7 and 104.7 live with Rust Belt Brigade.
Accept defeat. Whoa! Get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind. Get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind. Life ain't easy, no, the hustle, the grind. Get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind. Sometimes memories can bring you down. Sometimes back and throw you around. Never accept defeat. Whoa! Get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind. Get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind. Life ain't easy, no, the hustle, the grind. Get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind. Sometimes house moves, maybe two drugs or two. Keeping your head or off is okay. You can watch as you piss your life away. Whoa! Get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind. Get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind. Life ain't easy, no, the hustle, the grind. Get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind. Listen to my words and take my advice. 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 So get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind. Get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind. Life ain't easy, no, the hustle, the grind. Get out of your mind, boy. Get out of your mind.
Rust Belt Brigade live here on Localized on Alternative Buffalo 107.7 and 104.7. Guys, that was awesome.
Thank you.
You guys have fun together. You guys are like smiling and very cool. I like your sound. So you guys, your music's featured on a podcast.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about that.
Troy and Haley from Drinking Points, they started this podcast basically just, oh, excuse me.
Music takes a lot out of it.
They basically go around to like local breweries from like basically Western New York to like, you know, Rochester and just like a couple different counties. Just go to these breweries and kind of try to tie in the history of the place with the beer.
Okay.
And it's really, really cool. And they kind of, the first podcast that they did was about Big Ditch, and they came across our rendition of Low Bridge off our Rhythm and Roll LP or EP.
The old Erie Canal song, yeah, classic.
Yeah, so they basically just asked if they could use it as a theme song, and ever since they've been like coming out to shows and like
Yeah.
like Good Bar last week, we had them like introduce us to like the crowd.
Super Super
everything.
cool.
So, it's kind of building this nice little relationship with them and
They've become
trying to
very
help
good
them
friends.
out.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So what's the name of the podcast?
Drinking Points.
Drinking Points. Okay.
Podcast brewed for your enjoyment.
He's like their spokesperson. That's super cool. So you guys also you make your own CDs.
Yeah, so
Well, Trevor makes the CDs.
yeah.
Trevor gets all
Let's
the
be
credit for
honest.
the merch, honestly.
Kind
Yeah.
of stuck to the roots of like our, punk rock roots of being a DIY band, and we didn't really want to print. We didn't find anywhere local to print CDs, so I kind of just figured out how to do it myself. I print them on a printer. I use 100% recycled paper. I can also print on the disc, and I was able to, really get the design I really wanted, and then get a nice insert in there, and like you can stick stickers and download cards in there, and it avoids like a lot of shipping, sort of like environmental reasons. We don't have to, get it shipped from California or anything, and then we can
Absolutely.
also make them on demand, and they really added like a special touch. My idea was that like we spent all this hard work making the music, why not spend as much work kind of having the product, since we can't really afford vinyl as much as you would like to.
Yeah,
That as a
absolutely.
physical product, maybe a physical CD is kind of the same thing for us.
Absolutely. I think that's super cool. I mean, in today's world, obviously, we're dealing with the streaming platforms, which is awesome, but I'm definitely a big fan of a physical CD, so that's super cool. I like how you said you put so much work into making the music, you might as well kind of finish it out.
Right, yeah, just keep it going. It's like I didn't want to just like order something and just be like, watch it come. I was like, I'm gonna spend some time on this, make it look nice. And each CD, like each run, it kind of has different little additives to it. Sometimes I mess with the covers and put little like drawings that we used to do for our posters, or like stuff from album covers of bands we really like will be on there. Little things for us, and maybe
Absolutely.
some people who really dig us.
There's
Right.
a little Easter egg in the insert if you get yourself a CD. If you Google the address, you'll find out the mystery
Yeah.
behind it.
Oh, very cool. So where can we get a CD, I guess, if people are listening and want one?
Yeah, any show. You can also, if you go to our Bandcamp, I have it set up that you can order one and I'll ship one to your house.
Oh, awesome. No personal deliveries from Trevor.
If you really want one, I guess.
We got to keep Trevor safe.
Yeah. We don't.
So you said sometimes you mentioned like bands that influence you in the album art. Who are some bands that you guys kind of look to as influences? I don't know if you want to answer that individually or as a band.
Yeah, we could go down the line. Like, I don't know who influences you.
Oh man, definitely the Avett Brothers, Bela Fleck. Go back to Earl Scruggs. There's a lot of great banjo players that I could definitely say I would aspire to be at their level one day.
Right, and for me, it's a lot of like just singer-songwriters that I've been listening to a lot, like like Songs of Hia and like listening to like Joe Pug and like Benjamin Todd, like a lot of the newer guys, but also like listening to people like blues players like Sunhouse and like Lightning
Right.
Hopkins, and like kind of getting that grit and that authenticity, even if it's simple, if the emotion's raw, like you can really get your point across.
Absolutely.
And I know for me and Trevor, the band that we bonded over was Against Me.
Oh, okay.
Obsessed with
Awesome.
Definitely influenced our song quite a bit.
I would say my favorite songwriter and artist would probably be Shane MacGowan and the Pogues. From a songwriting standpoint, he's what kind of mimic and look to. Also like root rockers like Steve Earle and I don't know, I can go on all day. I'll stop with those two.
I think for me, again, Against Me, we've always bonded over that artist, and then Big D and the Kids Table's been one of my favorite bands, and they kind of inspired me to kind of do the whole DIY ethos and kind of treat music differently. They kind of put the treat of music as a business in perspective for me, kind of said that's not the best approach. That's it's your heart and soul, so you shouldn't really focus on it being your business and making money from it. So now we just kind of, everything that we make goes towards a band fund, and we do everything ourselves. We promote our own shows, we make our own CDs, and just kind of because of bands like Against Me and Big D and the Kids Table.
Absolutely. I know a little bit before the show you guys were talking about how you guys are just big fans of the local music scene, and to be honest, it shows in how you guys are talking and just like things like that. I mean, music definitely could be a business for a lot of people, but you guys care,
Yeah.
So how do you feel about being in the Buffalo music scene?
we just try to support everybody like that we can. Like we're friends with a lot of the bands around here, and like we're playing with the Surf Tones and like Rap and Destroy, like the 12s at Tudor, and like we know those dudes like pretty well. Like we know like Surf Tones pretty well. You actually went to high schoel with a bunch of those dudes.
Yeah.
We practiced in the same spaces.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
2 hours down.
And we're recording in their homes.
Oh, like yeah, like on the Cinder,
there's
like
just
we did
jam sessions that go down. Like just being connected to that scene there's so much value to that, just in the experiences that you're going to get going and listening to other bands and the contributions that their work gives to you, I guess. You get a lot more out of it than you put in, I think.
Absolutely.
And it's like shifting from DIY to DIT, do it together kind of.
Oh, there you go. I like that.
Yes.
I like
Everyone's
that.
there to support each other.
And DIT is really what it's all about. I mean, like, we paid the tattoo artist to get the graphic that's on
Our
all the t-shirts, the
and
CDs, the stickers, and everything. But
we
like
try
that
to
was
do
a local guy.
as much as possible.
Absolutely. Well, guys, it was great getting to know you tonight. Before I let you guys go, where can everybody keep up with Rust Belt Brigade on social media?
Everywhere. I guess.
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram.
The basics. We're not on Twitter though. I don't know how Twitter really works. It really intimidates me, so we're not on there. We're everywhere else.
Everywhere else. And one more time, I know you have music out. You said it's on your Bandcamp.
Yeah, Bandcamp, and then it's also on Spotify and iTunes and other things I haven't heard of.
Awesome. And then what was that podcast one more time?
Drinking Points. You can find it on their website, drinkingpoints.com, and
It's also on SoundCloud, right?
I think they moved it from SoundCloud to
it's
some
now
different service now.
Oh,
Yeah.
But it streams right on their website.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, it was great getting to know you guys tonight. I know you have one more song for me. Tell me a little bit about it.
Oh yeah, so this is like the first song that I showed Trevor, and it was like a lot different. Like when we first got together, we like worked together and like found out we were both musicians, and we're like talking about music. And then I kind of had this idea because I just like I was in a band previously, and like it had been a couple of years since I'd performed or been playing with anybody, and had been always writing, and finally had like a solid idea that I wanted to present to someone. And Trevor was there, and he was like, "Well, all right, let's give it a go and see if we can't, make it, a sound." And like kind of blend our sounds together. So
Absolutely.
the song is called Stardust.
Awesome. This has been Rust Belt Brigade live on Localized. We're hanging out till 9. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
You're tuned into Alt Buffalo.
Are you in a band and want to be heard on Localized? Email your music and band info to localized@alternativebuffalo.com. It's back. Western New York's summer tradition returns to the Buffalo waterfront. Alternative Buffalo's kerfuffle.